Have you ever worked on a project that started off great, but then took a turn for the worse? Every worthwhile project goes through ups and downs. During the highs, you feel great.
Aha! I've got a good idea for this paper. Wow.
But during the lows, it can feel awful.
I'm never gonna finish this paper. It's too tough.
If you find yourself wanting to give up or feeling like a failure, you're in a rut, which is what we call the pit of despair. The question is, what do you do about it?
Today, we give you 4 tips on how to get out of the pit of despair.
Number 1, know that every project has ups and downs. When you start on a project, you feel great.
Whoa! I feel great.
Some people call it the honeymoon phase. Creative juices are flowing and it's smooth sailing. You're like the star in your own movie, living out an inspiring montage. But then, you reach a peak and things start to become frustrating. Maybe you hit a wall in your mind or just get writer's block.
Why can't I think? Brain, don't fail me now.
Maybe there's a setback or an unexpected challenge. Or maybe you just feel like it's just not turning out like you wanted. Whatever the case, your project that once looked magical now looks impossible. This is what we call the pit of despair. It feels awful.
Why me?
But you won't stay there forever.
Ooh.
As long as you don't give up, things will get better. You just have to anticipate the pit of despair and make the best of it while you're there, knowing it will pass and you'll grow from the experience.
This too shall pass.
The most important thing is to not see it as a failure. See it as an opportunity to learn and improve. When you're in the pit of despair, it's easy to put on blinders and forget to look at the big picture.
I'm such a failure.
Just remind yourself, the pit is normal.
Pit is normal. The pit is normal.
Keep your eyes on the big picture and keep moving forward. Which brings us to number 2.
Number 2, remember the goal. When you find yourself in the pit of despair, it can be easy to lose sight of the vision. But if you want to arrive somewhere, you have to keep your goal in sight.
Wow.
Sometimes you just have to take a second to remember the final destination, like hitting a reset button in your brain.
Aha!
Then take a step back and evaluate where you are on the path. Be honest with yourself and think about what it's going to take to get to where you want to be. Ask yourself,
What's my deadline to get this project done?
How much time do I have to work on it?
What resources do I have? And what do I need?
try to be as realistic as possible and take in all the information. Only when you have a clear sense of where you are and where you want to go can you begin to move along the path again.
Number 3, act, learn, and adjust. Throughout the journey of a project, there are 3 things you're going to have to constantly do: act, learn, and adjust. When you act, you're actually doing the work to get the project done, like making decisions and making progress. But you also have to learn and adjust. When you learn, you're watching the process carefully and seeing what does and does not work.
Wow, that's what I need to change.
And when you adjust, you make changes to your plan in order to improve and keep moving forward. This is often referred to as the discipline of continuous improvement. When you don't learn and adjust when needed, you'll stay stuck in the pit of despair.
Still can't figure out the thingies!
One of the keys to get out of the pit of despair is to keep trying new things, like the Wright brothers, for instance. When they were inventing the plane, their first model was built on bad data.
Bad data, brother!
Right, brothers? Ha! More like wrong brothers. Back to trains.
So they changed it up and tried making their own model and collecting new data. Model after model, wing after wing, they kept collecting new data and trying new things. And finally, after 6 years, they had their first successful flight on December 17, 1903.
To the sky, boy!
Number 4, hold yourself accountable and ask for help. When you're in the pit of despair, it's easy to feel like you're a failure and you're all alone. You might feel insecure and like you can't accomplish anything.
I'm all alone. I'm all alone! Ah!
Or you might start blaming others for your situation.
This is all their fault! Ah!
Your pride kicks in and keeps you from opening up to others and asking for help.
Hey, Larry, you need some help, young lady?
No! I got this!
Well, I got this.
But this is totally needless and holds you back. Everyone needs help from time to time.
I can't do it.
And most people really do want to see you succeed. Talk to respected leaders, coaches, teachers, or parents about the struggle you're feeling and ask for their help and advice.
Hey, son, you need a helping hand?
When you do, just be sure you're going to someone who will actually help you and not just sulk with you or give you a participation trophy. Sometimes it just takes that one right person to keep you going. Other times you may need multiple people to get back on your feet.
I need help!
I ate too many bagels.
And sometimes the best way to ask for help is to pray. For many people, faith is the biggest inspiration to push through the pit of despair. Just know that the ups and downs along the way are all part of the adventure. But even though the highs can be fun, the lows teach you a lot more valuable lessons and give you a greater sense of accomplishment when you finally get it done.
So, let's review how to get out of a pit of despair. Number 1, know that every project has ups and downs. Number 2, remember the goal. Number 3, act, learn, and adjust. Number 4, hold yourself accountable and ask for help.
Thank you for watching this how-to video for PragerU.
We hope you learned something new, and we'll see you in the next one. Nothing is going to happen if I snap my fingers. Okay, whoa.
So turn to your neighbor and do the old-fashioned comment. Say, hello, neighbor, what did you think of this video? Also, do you have whooping cough? Try to snap back out of it.
No, not
I'm
gonna.
gonna try.
All right, here we go.
Oh, dang it, didn't work.
Ooh! Ooh!
Wow!
Yeah! I feel like I'm gonna fall and land on my head.
What?
That was great.